What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? It's your boy Hollywood, and I'm back with another episode of Nothing's Off the Table, where nothing is ever truly off the table. Once again, I'm your host Hollywood, and I'm about to bring it to you this week. What's up, y'all? Sorry, I know I took a week off. Had to get some things right. My daughter's here. It was Father's Day. So I'm back at you. Back at you with another one. And we gonna get into it. So this week's episode was a request. So this one is, signs that she's wasting your time. Yeah, we gonna get into it. Ladies, feel free to give feedback. It's not that type. And some of you, I'm pretty sure some of you ladies will probably relate to some of the things that the fellas have told me about. So we're going to get into it. And I'm going to just give you my insight on that. Things I've been through, kind of let you know that if she's feeling you or not, right? Or should you just book it, keep it pushing. So without further ado, I'm going to give y'all my disclaimer. Y'all like that, right? The disclaimer, the vibes. I'm not a counselor, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a sociology major. I'm just a person that's been through a lot, have some knowledge, like to share with y'all, and maybe it'll impact you in some type of way. Maybe you'll relate, or maybe you won't, But either way, give me some feedback, y'all. So, signs to let you know if she's wasting your time. Let's get into it. So the first sign I'm going to say is if she kind of, I don't want to say cater, but if she kind of leans into the way that you communicate, your communicate fashion, right? So me, I'll give you an example. Me, I don't really like to text. That's just, I don't like text. On not saying that I hate it, but I'll do it, of course, in the beginning. But at the end of the day, at some point, I really like to go quick into either phone conversations or FaceTime, because the reason why, FaceTime so I can see if you're not catfish. It's like, nah, but phone conversation or FaceTime basically because I feel like that suits my conversation strengths, right? I'm not a person. I don't think you can see my sense of humor that much via text, because sometimes I can have a dry sense of humor. Also, you can't get a gauge of, if we're talking about having a serious conversation, you can't really get a gauge for how I truly feel about it, because I don't think you can gauge that through via text message. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell whether I'm hot at you. You can't tell whether if I'm passionate about something or I'm just saying it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like those are things that now. Also with text messages, I feel like you can tell if a woman's feeling you or not by her responses. Meaning, if she gives you 2-letter words, 3-letter words, stuff like that. Now, if she does it enough, you might sense that you might have to start asking her questions, like to maybe try to. It's kind of like to try to gauge if she's just doing it because she's not feeling you, or is that just how she converses? You know what I'm saying? So you have to do things like ask her something like, so how was your day? What did you do today? Tell me about your day. Show us some type of interest. Now, if she hits you with a 3-letter, oh, blah, blah, it was fine, blah, 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 stuff like that, and she does it repeatedly on every time, then you might have to go into the next phase, which will probably be like, yo, ask her out on a date. You ask her out on a date, that's going to tell you what it is, because 9 times out of 10, if she's not feeling you, she's gonna try to avoid that, right? Or she's gonna try to avoid that question, or she'll try to change the subject. So I've seen a lot of times where when I've done that, a lot of the dudes that ask me to talk about this, or I had conversations about this, they tell me the same thing. So be aware of the text messages. I don't like texting. I come from the old school era where you get a girl number. When I was a teenager, I had the teen line, you know what I mean? So my mother put the phone in I had my own telephone line. This is before cell phones was really popping. I was from that era. I had a beeper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from that era. So I'm from the beeper and teen line era where you get a girl number, you talk to her on the phone, you kick game. You know what I mean? So the text thing is just like, is the reason why I'm kind of like not really a texter more so than I am like a actual phone conversation or a FaceTime. You know what I mean? And you get a gauge for that. And because you can see facial expressions on FaceTime. You can see if she likes something you're saying. You can see if she's taken aback by something you're saying, this, that, and the third. And then also, if she FaceTimes you or she is on the phone with you, that means she actually is a little bit interested in you. If all she wants to do is text you, you're not getting past that text. You're not going any further. You're not doing anything. It's hard to build. You're never going to be able to build a relationship via text message. Let's get that out your head. So if you're on these dating apps, if you stay on the dating app, bro, keep it pushing. If she keeps you on the dating app, keep it pushing. Especially if you ask for a number, keep it pushing. Because at the end of the day, you're never going to get off that. And then 9 times out of 10, she's on these dating apps, she can unmatch you. So you don't want to wake up one day and then she unmatch you. Shoot your shot, try to get them off the app, try to get them off a text message, and then go forward. If she doesn't, keep it pushing. Straight like that. You don't got time to waste. Like, I think the issue with me is sometimes with women is that they don't want to waste their time, and they act as though there's men out there that want to waste theirs. Like, no, I don't want to waste my time either. So let's figure out what we doing. Let's get off this text message. Let's get off this dating app, and let's get on the phone. Let's talk. Let's have meaningful conversations. What do you like? What do I like? You know what I mean? What are you looking for? What am I looking for? Yeah, you can ask those questions via text, but it's way more personable when I'm telling you and you can hear my voice and you can hear my words. You know what I'm saying? Or you can see my facial expressions, or you can see that I'm not playing with you. You know what I'm saying? That's the next level. So if a woman is unwilling to do that, or willing to try to meet you halfway in your communication style, dub, straight like that. And we not playing. You know what I mean? The second thing is when you're able to, get them off the phone, get them on the phone, or get them on FaceTime and things like that, how attentive that woman is. And attentiveness goes in many different things. So how attentive she is to you, when you're talking to her, when you're expressing things to her, especially if she asks you a question and you want her to know how you truly feel, and you want her to gauge your energy while you're answering that question, that's very important. Also, appreciation and attentiveness to your time, right? Time is something we can't get back, right? It's something we can't get back. So the amount of time I take and effort I put into you, it should be, especially if you're sincerely putting in, you want it to be appreciated and you want it to be respected. So you want some type of attentiveness and you want some type of appreciation for the effort that you put in, especially in the time and effort that you put into a woman. Case in point, if you ask a woman to go out on a date, right? You ask a woman to go out on a date. Me, I have a rule, right? I won't ask you more than once for a date, right? If I ask you to go out on a date and it's a simple yes or no, even if you don't know exactly when, that's something we can work out. But if you can't tell me you don't know, because you do know. So it's not, I'm not asking. If I ask you out on a date once and you tell me you don't know, I'm never asking you out on a date again. And that's just me. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, because you know. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask a woman out on a date, and the reason why I say I feel like there needs to be attentiveness to your time and your appreciation, because the same way I'm asking you out on a date, we can schedule a time that's built for us. So don't tell me you don't know, because that's showing me right there that's what I'm leading into. Like, you're telling me and you have no appreciation for my effort. Also, when you have a date, right? when you're scheduled for a date, don't wait. Don't allow a woman to wait until the last minute to dub your shit, right? Because you have certain women that will, you're about to go on the game. I've had this shit happen to me, right? I've had, I'll give you an example. One time, this was years ago. One time I wanted to take a woman out on a date. I asked her about the date or whatever. Now, mind you, I asked her weeks in advance. It was like 2 or 3 weeks in advance. She said, yeah. So I was like, all right. So we worked around it. She had kids. I have a daughter. So we worked around the schedule, whatever the case may be. So we gets to the day of, I'm about to take on the date. She texts me in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and lets me know, I can't go on the date, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. For whatever reason. I'm not even going to tell you what the reason is. That's a lack of appreciation for my effort and to try to create the date. Because when I go on dates, it's a date. Like, you know what I mean? I'm one of them old school dudes. I believe in, courting. I believe in taking you out on a date. I believe in it meaning something. I believe in making an impact when I take you out on a date. I don't want you to feel like, you just a random. Because that's not the case. If I'm taking you out on a date and I'm actually putting in effort, I want you to see it, but I also want it to be respected. So in this case, she showed lack of respect for my time. She showed a lack of respect for my effort. Because at the end of the day, that's something I guarantee if you had hesitation, it wasn't about with the excuse that she gave me, because it's BS. That's why I'm not going to say it. But it's lack of appreciation of my effort and time. So you're disregarding my time because because maybe I move certain things around so I can accommodate you. I'm going on your time. So whenever you tell me it's best for you, that's what I'm gonna do. Even if I have something planned on that date, I'm gonna move it around just to show you that, I'm attentive to you and that you are a priority to me. So in the same breath, I need that reciprocated. So the way you reciprocate that to me is that you're attentive to my time, you're attentive to my effort, and you're attentive to what I'm actually trying to do. If I'm not, women sometimes kill me when they talk about, I need a man that's going to be gang about me. I need a man that, I seen a meme that said, I need a man that's going to be gang about me, or I need a man to text me right back, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. But y'all have to reciprocate something to get that. You know what I mean? You can't sit there and be like, and leave me on red for hours and this, that, and the third when, you said you want me to text right back. So it don't work like that, ma. You can't sit there and be like, yo, I need a man that's going to take me out. Then when I'm trying to take you out, you keep dubbing my shit. Like, that's not going to work, ma. You know what I mean? You can't, I'm giving you time, I'm giving the effort. Same way, you need to reciprocate that back. You need to reciprocate time. You need to reciprocate effort. Because these are things that we can't get back. You know what I mean? That's straight like that. So, also, like I said before, so be aware of her attentiveness. Be aware of, these signs. Because the first one and the second one go hand in hand. Because communication will allow you to know if she's attentive and she cares or she appreciates your time and effort, because she will communicate that, whether it be physical, whether it be emotional, whether it be verbal. She's gonna reciprocate that. If not, that's a clear sign right there that it's a dub. The third thing I'm gonna say is how she acts around you. So let's say, for instance, you got her off a text, you got her on the phone or FaceTime, you got her on the date, after the date, right? Now, this is the big one, and this is not about sex, but it's about how she physically responds to you. There are a lot of signs that if a woman's feeling you or if it's a dub. 9 times out of 10, if you hear a woman say, yo, I'm not affectionate, I'm not publicly, dub. Yeah, there are some women who are shy and about showing affection, but I'm telling you, I've never met one. And the times that I met women that were scared to show me affection publicly, it was a dub. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, because I'm the type of person, I'm affectionate. Any woman that I've ever been with, they'll tell you, I like slapping cheeks. And I'll slap your ass in a minute in public because I want people to show it's mine. If I'm in a relationship with you, I'm not like that, whatever. But I'll kiss you, this and that. I'm a very outwardly affectionate person. That's how it is. My mother raised me with a lot of love. My grandmother raised me with a lot of love. So naturally, I love to love and I love to be loved. So that's a non-negotiable for me. Like at the end of the day, if you're not affectionate like that, that's cool. But you can show some level of affection. You can hold my hand. You know what I mean? You could allow me to kiss you on your forehead. Well, like, it may not be extreme as slapping your butt or, you know what I mean, anything like that, but you can show some type of affection. If a woman tells you, I'm just not affectionate like that publicly, BS. Pull her card. So how was you in your last relationship? Your man was just cool with that? Your man was just cool with you not being outwardly affectionate? Not even in front of your friends or whatever the case may be. So you was with the man. So if a woman tells you she was with a man for more than 3 years and she was never publicly affectionate, she's BSing you. Lies. Lies, 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 lies. So don't allow that to happen to you, bro. Like, that's what it is. So those are the three. I might do a part 2 to this, but those are the three. Communication, attentiveness to your time and effort, so that's like, so communication part is like if she suits your communication style. And maybe your communication style is text. I'm just going based on me and most of the brothers I speak to. I feel like text message, you can't build a relationship through text. It's absolutely impossible because you're not really getting to know each other. You're just pen pals. That's never going to lead to a relationship. And sometimes it will, but sometimes it does, but it's 1 in a million. Like the likelihood is very, very low on the percentage rating. So that's the communication piece. Number 2, attentiveness to your time and effort. Meaning, like, is she appreciative of the time and effort that you're trying to give her, that you're trying to court her, that you're trying to send her flowers, that you're trying to go out on a date with her, that you're trying to show her that you have direction for and a path that you want you to walk upon. Does she have time and effort for that? Does she disregard that? Does she dub you every time you ask out on the date? Does she dub you, every time you try to do something for her or whatever the case may be? That's something. Number 3, the last one, very important. Make sure that, she's not telling you that she's somewhat affectionate. She don't have to be affectionate. And pay attention to the physical signs, if she's feeling you or not. If she doesn't want to be affectionate with you or whatever the case may be, 9 times out of 10, she may not be the one for you. Because at the end of the day, I've never been in a relationship, and my homeboys either, that, a woman wasn't willingly affectionate with them. Even if let's say, for instance, she's not that attracted to you. Love and being attracted are 2 totally different things. If your woman loves you, she's gonna be affectionate to you no matter where you're at. So pay attention to that, and pay attention to it early on. You know what I mean? Because if you pay attention to her early on, if something happens, and let's say, for instance, down the line you're in a relationship and things start to subside, you can kind of backtrack and figure out what it was that happened in between. So pay attention to that. So that was this week's episode, y'all. So definitely, the vibes. Like and subscribe. Send to 10 different people. And hit me up on my Instagram or on here if if you have some suggestions or you have something you wanted me to talk about. You know what I mean? So if it was helpful to you, just give me some feedback. I love it, negative or positive. just holler at me. You know the Instagram, YFG Hollywood, and you know the vibes. Nothing's off the table. And I love y'all. Peace. Thank y'all. Good night.